first, the challenger from Rosemont, Illinois, weighing in at 230 pounds, Matty Ice!
Well, here we go. It is main event time on the Reality of Wrestling tonight. Matty Ice has the ability to do something very few men have done, and that is win the Reality of Wrestling Championship for a third time. He beat Cam Cole to become the #1 contender, and he walks into the last stand, or excuse me, the last stand is next week. An event that he has won before and gone on to win the Reality of Wrestling Championship.
He's beat Cam Cole to get to this point. Matty Ice is here to get his revenge on Gaspar Hernandez, that backstabber.
Whoa.
Whoa. You and I are going to have some words, Carolina.
And his opponent from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 275 pounds, he is the current Reality of Wrestling champion. He's the only wrestler that matters, Gaspar Hernandez.
The champion, Gaspar Hernandez, who Chris Russo is giving a standing ovation to, and I understand why, being accompanied by the two-time Hall of Famer, Booker T.
Show some respect to the boss man, Carolina, or else there's going to be somebody sitting in your seat real soon. The man is right there with the championship around his waist. Gaspar Hernandez walks into tonight as champion, and mark my words, he's going to walk out still as champion.
The man responsible for taking that title off of Zilla Fatu. There is a lot to break down here, just the history between these two men. Last year at this time, Booker T was in the corner of Matty Ice, as Matty Ice was defending his Reality of Wrestling championship. And Gaspar was there along for the ride. And then Gaspar won the Last Stand Rumble, decided to go after Matty Ice, and put Booker T in his rear view. Who would have thought about a year later they would reunite?
Man, Booker T out here playing chess, all right? Our brains work in checkers style. Booker T has had this planned out the whole time through.
I would like to think that that's true, although I have my doubts. With Carolina, Matty Ice, former Last Stand Rumble winner, as is Gaspar Hernandez. Both men have held the Reality of Wrestling Championship on 2 separate occasions. Both men have been mentored and trained by Booker T. They mirror each other in so many ways.
Right. Gaspar and Matty, it's a thin line between love and hate. They were super close at one point, and now they truly hate each other. And this is personal. This beef is personal.
Well, remember, Gaspar Hernandez won his first Reality Wrestling Championship by defeating Matty Ice after he won the Last Stand Rumble.
Yeah, funny how the roles change so quickly in just a year's time or thereabouts. But for Matty Ice, I really think this may be the only opportunity he has left at this championship. Yes, he won it, but Booker has no love lost for Matty Ice. If Matty can't win tonight, there's no chance that Booker ever lets Matty sniff this thing again.
That should be Matty's motivation then, to win tonight and win in front of Booker.
Cover, one. Quick cover there from Matty Ice. A lot of aggression here in the early goings. And do you think that, Chris, that's what Matty's strategy is? Let me just try to pepper him with as much offense here early on.
If there is one weakness to Gaspar's game, and there's only one, it's lack of experience. That's it.
And he's done a lot with a little.
That just goes to show you how much the expert tutelage of a two-time WWE Hall of Famer can help you out.
Going for another cover here, one. And when you talk about that two-time Hall of Famer, Carolina, we have to say that's the one wild card here, is the influence of Booker T. We know Booker being on the outside, he might find his way into having an impact on this contest.
Booker is not only the wild card, he's the reason for this animosity between these two men.
Ooh. Oh, here's the backslide that Matty wanted earlier.
But you know what? We've seen this new persona, if you will, this new way about himself from Gaspar Hernandez, Chris. I mean, he's about power, he's about violence and destruction. How has that vicious mindset helped him get a grip on the title, and can it backfire? Matty finds a way to frustrate him.
Oh, don't ever talk about letting anything backfire here when it comes to Gaspar Hernandez. There was a reason I didn't quite understand at the time. Why would Gaspar realign himself with Booker T? But all the answers make sense now, and we're seeing the results of that great, great relationship. Oh.
If there's anybody who can expose the weaknesses in Gaspar, it has to be Matty Ice. I mean, they work together, and he knows to expand on that.
Cover. One, two, and no.
He didn't hook the leg. I have to say, should have at least tried to hook the leg for a little extra leverage.
Some of that inexperience, as you put it earlier.
Well, you know that Booker has had to have taught him that or told him that, but again, if you get a little flustered, your game plan changes a little bit.
Oh, look at that. If we're in the last stand rumble, Matty would have won right there.
Very true.
Now remember also, Gaspar Hernandez won that last stand rumble, which takes place next week. He did it by last eliminating Zilla Fatu, and we know next week Zilla Fatu will be entering number 1 in the last stand rumble. Oh! Wow, that put a stop to Matty Ice.
Well, now it's Matty's turn to go outside. You know, yeah, Zilla coming in at number 1. That's a lot to ask a former reality wrestling champion to try to survive for as long as that takes for 29 others to come through. Woo. I just don't see that happening for Zilla. Oh, look at Booker there staring outside. Oh, what's the boss man thinking?
Well, Booker's always, to quote Macho Man Randy Savage, thinking. Oh, you dig it. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Suplex right there. Cover 1, 2. Matty's not moving. Oh, gets the shoulder up at the last second.
Wearing down the challenger. Good for Gaspar also to get his breath back.
Oh, look at that. And now both men are down, center of the ring. This is your main event this week on The Reality of Wrestling. Matty Ice tries to become a 3-time champion while Gaspar tries to hold on. The winner of this match will go on to face the winner of the last stand for the championship.
For the most part, Gaspar's had his way with Matty this entire time.
And there's a big clothesline. Matty Ice going for the cover. 1, 2, and no, not enough. And look at Matty, no wasted movement, no wasted motion for that big right hand from Gaspar. Oh, second line, it's twin.
This is what Matty needs right now. This momentum shift is exactly the power that's going to make him able to win.
He's got ice in his veins, and now staring down Booker T. Oh, look at that. Matty Ice. Oh, no, we're not going to see. Are we going to see the first ever?
Oh, no.
Matty Rooney. Matty Rooney.
Oh, Booker, get in there. Booker, get in there and do something about it, damn it.
The Matty Rooney And Matty Ice is just
No.
an Iceman coming the way.
No, that's got to disqualify him immediately.
Well, look at this. The Iceman coming.
Meanwhile, Booker is having a little friendly conversation with the referee.
Oh, Matty. Oh, look, Matty. Oh, Matty just got
him with the cigar.
He just got a cigar to the eye. The referee was out of position. Matty Ice moved him. Wait a minute. DTLH. Cover 1, 2, 3, and still your champion.
Here is your winner, and still the Reality of Wrestling champion, Gaspar Hernandez.
Gaspar Hernandez is still your Reality of Wrestling Championship champion. We talked about the influence of Booker T on the outside, and they got the job done. Now the question is, who will stand tall at the last stand? That match comes to you next week. For my broadcast colleagues, Chris Russo and Carolina Teague, for executive producers Booker and Charmel Huffman, and our director Kevin Bernhardt, my name is the Brad Gilmore, and we will see you next week at the last stand.